in Terra Park tomorrow.
From the Allison B. Parker Studio in the School of Media Arts and Design at James Madison University, this is Breeze TV.
Welcome back to Breeze TV. I'm Olivia Williams.
And I'm Abby Allard. We're starting off with some breaking news. The James Madison University Board of Visitors voted to immediately discontinue its Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion program today. JMU now joins other Virginia universities like the University of Virginia and Virginia Tech that have already eliminated its DEI programs. The decision was made following a closed session by the Board of Visitors. The board cited executive orders from President Donald Trump that aim to restrict funding for DEI initiatives as a major influence in the move. In March, JMU hosted a DEI conference. Here's what the vice president of DEI had to say about the future of her job.
Next semester, you don't see me? Because it could happen. I miss you, one. But just know that you have a collective responsibility to continue to speak out on behalf of others who are absent, not visible, or marginalized.
This is a developing story.
Changes are coming to JMU's general education program. The Board of Visitors approved a long-term plan to revise the curriculum with implementation scheduled for the 2027 and 2028 academic year. The Board of Visitors passed a motion to update the general education requirements to give students a more contemporary general education that meets their needs. The data was first collected in the 2023-2024 school year. The next phase, spanning 2025 and 2026, will center on curriculum development and preparation. A group of administrative and academic staff was appointed in 2023 to oversee the changes and ensure the new program meets evolving student and institutional needs.
Do so many interesting things that vary a lot from college to college, but the gen ed experience is what should be common to their JMU experience. And so my hope is that faculty will view this as an opportunity to sort of dig in and engage with each other about what we want our students to get from their JMU education.
University leaders say they aim to increase faculty involvement early in the process and incorporate more student feedback to better align general education with current academic and career demands.
Hundreds of protesters gathered in Court Square to take a stand against actions of Elon Musk and President Donald Trump. This was part of more than 1,300 hands-off protests nationwide.
Hundreds of protesters gathered in Court Square to take a stand against the actions of Elon Musk and President Donald Trump. This was a part of more than 1,300 hands-off protests nationwide. The protesters advocated for the rights of immigrants, transgender people, and women. They accused Trump of, quote, fascist activities, comparing Trump to Hitler in World War II. Protesters condemned the mass budget cuts, program cuts, and firings by the Trump administration.
I think that it is a message to the Trump administration that we're tired of their bullshit and we're not going to take it anymore. I could be sitting at my house right now, petting my cat, reading a book, but our democracy is being attacked. That doesn't go away if I pretend that it's not happening.
Protesters called for people of all ages to get involved in politics by reaching out to their representatives or attending town halls.
Our votes mean so much more at the local level. So let's just rebuild our democracy from the bottom up. We're all sick and tired of both parties screwing us.
Kramer spoke out about rising unemployment in the public health and human services industries. She warned attendees about an incoming unemployment crisis, an attack on Social Security, and a health crisis as public health services fade away. Having personal experiences abroad, she warned against the international effects of defunding health programs.
I've seen what happens when people don't have resources, and we helped them, and now we just left them to die.
Some protesters chose to move to the sidewalk to chant towards the cars. They stressed spreading their message to the wider community.
Just going out and doing this, you know, using your voice for other good, trying to have conversations with people and try to get them to have some insight. Like, that's so important. And like, you know, you can't make people feel like they're attacked when they use that as a tactic against you.
Though the mass protests of the weekend are over, the movement is not. Protesters were encouraged to attend the local summit on May 10th to continue to fight against the Trump administration. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Julia Snell.
The activist group Friends of the Farmer is making progress in efforts to support Dusty Rose Farm, which has been impacted by nearby urban development. The Rockingham County Board of Supervisors required Dusty Rose Farm to reduce its cattle herd to a fifth of its initial amount. This was due to a concern that waste from the cattle could pollute a stream recently created by development at the reserve at Stoneport. According to Friends of the Farmer, this concern is unwarranted. In reducing the cattle herd, the farmer has too large of a financial burden. An attorney for Friends of the Farmer negotiated with the county board so Dusty Rose can increase its cattle herd.
I'm asking for the developers to be more considerate to their neighbor. And I'm asking the county and ultimately the state to look at it a lot more closely. Everything does not have to be intense development to the detriment of a small family business.
Wolf says there is still work to be done here. The stream continues to cause damage to Dusty Rose. There are also other farms being harmed by urban development.
Well, spring football is here. Get a first look at what's in store for JMU's 2025 season.
And students competed in a real-life board game.
Still finalizing your weekend plans? Well, you might want to head to the baseball field where JMU takes on Troy.
The best car for the best price with the best payment plan. It's all waiting for you at Consumers Auto Warehouse in Stanton. Why not swing on by and let us show you how affordable a top quality used car is. Consumers Auto Warehouse, Richmond Avenue, Stanton.
A short drive from JMU, the Fashion Gallery is your one-stop shop for any occasion. Shop formal to casual styles in sizes 2 to 22. So be sure to visit us for some retail therapy at the Fashion Gallery.
The one, the only, Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit. Nothing compares to our signature Cajun Spice Chicken Breast Filet on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit is so good, we serve it all day. For a limited time, get 2 Cajun Filet Biscuits for just $5. Bojangles, it's bow time.
This is Breeze TV.
Welcome to the Breeze TV Sports Desk. I'm Ethan Dufresne. Although we still have a few months until JMU football kicks off its 2025 season, the Dukes are wrapping up their spring practice schedule with their annual spring game. The game will be played with a running clock, with the offense versus the defense on every drive. While the offense's scoring methods will be the same, the defense will be able to score on various stops like 3 and outs, forced turnovers, and defensive touchdowns like pick sixes. Last year, JMU students and fans of the Dukes showed out in large fashion attending the spring game. Head football coach Bob Chesney hopes the fan base can show out in even larger numbers this time around.
That was just a cool environment. Tailgating was going on. That parking lot was packed. You know, when I pulled in, I was really asked, what's everybody here for today? I had no clue they were all here for actually tailgate for our spring game. And then we got in here, we had 10, 12,000 people, whatever it might have been, and it was awesome. So we need a whole lot more of that.
The game kicks off at 1:30 p.m. at Bridgeport Stadium. Admission is free for all who plan to attend. JMU Track and Field hosts the JMU Invite this Saturday at Centera Park. The program's coming off a visit to a High Point University's vert class meeting last Friday. Erica Moolman set a JMU program record for the outdoor pole vault at that meet. Her clear of 3.92 meters surpassed the prior record clear of 3.91 meters by Rachel Lloyd. JMU's 4x100 meter relay team produced its second best time in program history at that same meet. The Dukes team of 4 competing in the event included 2 seniors and 2 freshmen. The program secured 4 event titles and 12 top 3 finishes at the JMU Invite last year. Centera Park will also be the host site for the Sun Belt Conference Outdoor Championship, which begins May 8th. The meet Saturday at Centera Park begins at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The University Recreational Center made waves with its annual Battleship event. Breeze TV's Andrew Perkson dove into the competition for a closer look.
JMU Battleship is an annual event when teams and players use their own creativity to bring the popular board game to life. With teams of 3 to 5 players, they use their own equipment and strategies to sink their competition.
Don't get big buckets. Get smaller buckets. Get like Brita filters. They're the perfect size. And get some clear plastic lids because you can look through them while throwing water right over. It's a great strategy, trust.
The Battleship event was founded in 2010 and has experienced consistent growth each year. This year's winning team was the Jackdaw. Players from both sides of the competition highly encouraged getting involved in the event and intramurals overall.
This is my first intramural win in general, so that's also a great feeling. And I would tell other people to try this out, join intramurals, get the win, come in with confidence. Yeah, have a lot of fun.
Players who did not win this year are now more motivated to win future competitions.
We didn't end up winning. I guess we didn't want it enough, but I definitely want it now, so we're going to probably come back next semester and probably dominate the competition. So.
More information will be presented in the upcoming months for next year's event. Reporting from the battlefield pool of UREC, I'm Andrew Perkson.
After a week away from home for many JMU sports, this weekend is filled with exciting matchups. Breeze TV's Jeff Ware has the breakdown.
Thanks, Ethan. Baseball hosts a 3-game series against Troy. The Trojans are 20th in the nation. They also rank 2nd in the Sun Belt with an 8-4 conference record. The Dukes look for their first Sun Belt win in over 2 weeks after 6 consecutive conference losses. First pitch for tonight's game is at 6 p.m. Softball travels to Lafayette for a 3-game series against Louisiana. JMU only sits 2 games and 2 spots behind the Sun Belt. The Dukes hope for a win against the Cajuns after losing their previous 7 games throughout the past 2 seasons. The Dukes hope to carry the momentum from their 5-game winning streak into tonight's game. First pitch is at 7 p.m. La Crosse takes on Temple for a Saturday game in Philadelphia. The Dukes' overall record sits at 8-4, which puts them at 11th in the national rankings. They enter the matchup leading the AAC with an undefeated 3-0 conference record. Temple will look to break its 5-game losing streak and notch its first win in conference play. The game is set to start at noon. That's all from me. Now back to the desk.
Hear a performance from one of Purple Rain's student bands.
And I'm here at Memorial Hall to learn more about the Relay for Life organization.
It's bow time. Introducing new Bojangles chicken wings. Try the boldly seasoned classic, sweet and smoky barbecue, or creamy buffalo for some heat. Head to Bojangles and order all 3 flavors for your next party. It's bow time.
Bojangles, Cajun filet biscuit. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Nothing compares to our signature Cajun spiced chicken breast filet on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. Breakfast so good, we serve it all day. Get the best chicken biscuit. The one, the only Cajun filet biscuit. For a limited time, get 2 Cajun filet biscuits for just $5. Bojangles, it's bow time.
This is Breeze TV.
Relay for Life is kicking off tonight. Breeze TV's Julia Snell is with Executive Director to learn more about this evening's Survivor Dinner. Julia.
Thank you, Olivia. I'm here with Leah Duretsky, the head of communications for Relay for Life. Leah, can you tell me about the fundraising that has been done leading up to the event today?
Yeah, so we are an all-year fundraiser, so we have been working all semester for the fall and the spring. We're doing outreach, we're out in the community doing 5Ks, things like that. We're also on campus working with other organizations to help them, help us fundraise, and overall we're at about 12,000 away from our goal, which is 125,000. We're really, really excited to be so close, and we're getting excited to kick it off here.
That's wonderful. Can you tell me more about the Survivors Dinner taking place here tonight?
Yeah, so from 5 to 6, we welcome any survivor in the community, anyone who wants to come down. We've got a lot of our members' family here, which is really amazing. And we just kind of have a room for them to all come together. We hope that they're celebrating life all of the time, but we're really excited to get to celebrate life with them today.
Thank you. Can you tell me more about Relay for Life's plans going forward after today?
Yeah, I mean, we're always working to expand to more student organizations on campus and trying to get into the community more, but it's just kind of doing what we do every day and getting better and better with more entertainment and activities and stuff.
Thank you so much for your time. Olivia, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Julia. Breeze TV's Brandon Portillo Ponte got a sneak peek performance with one of the bands performing at Purple Rain tomorrow. Take a look.
De Palma is a local group that performs here in Harrisonburg, as well as many local colleges. I'm here with lead singer Teddy Bannister. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Thank you for joining me today as well. All right, so you guys were announced winners at the Battle of the Bands. How did that feel?
Felt great. It was pretty nerve-wracking waiting around as we were kind of the first ones to go. So sitting and wait, but we still got to watch like a bunch of other good bands. But we were pretty excited, to say the least, when we heard our name called. And now we get to open for two great bands, 502s and Sunroom, this Saturday. So looking forward to that.
How is the preparation going for Purple Rain?
Same old, just practicing like we normally do in this room right here, and just getting our originals tight and our transitions tight, because with 30 minutes you only have so much time to get your stuff in. So yeah, making sure we're all good there.
How do you guys decide what songs to perform? Like, do you do like a mix of covers and originals?
Since we'll have kind of a newer audience, we'll try to get our originals out there and do mostly those, but we might try to squeeze into cover if we have time.
And I'm personally a really big fan of your song, Slowing Down the Car. Would you mind performing that for us today?
Yeah, let's do it. Boys, let's go.
Take that big weight off your shoulders, girl. It's slowing down the car. It's slowing down.
Get a sneak peek at a cultural show coming to Wilson this weekend.
And a special guest poet made a stop at JMU.
And stay tuned for Ella Warren's weekend weather forecast.
It's bow time. It's not a menu hack anymore. Bojangles Sausage Bowberry Biscuit is officially available for a limited time. Enjoy sizzling sausage on a made-from-scratch Bowberry Biscuit, because sweet and savory belong together. Get one at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
The best car for the best price with the best payment plan. It's all waiting for you at Consumers Auto Warehouse in Stanton. Why not swing on by and let us show you how affordable a top quality used car is. Consumers Auto Warehouse, Richmond Avenue, Stanton.
A short drive from JMU, the Fashion Gallery is your one-stop shop for any occasion. Shop formal to casual styles and sizes 2 to 22. So be sure to visit us for some retail therapy at the Fashion Gallery.
The one. The only. Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit. Nothing compares to our signature Cajun Spice Chicken Breast Filet on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit is so good, we serve it all day. For a limited time, get 2 Cajun Filet Biscuits for just $5. Bojangles, it's bow time.
This is Breeze TV.
Another student band is opening up for Purple Rain tomorrow. Breeze TV's Emmeline Chassie got a sneak peek of Billiards Dozen's newest song.
I'm here with one of the recent winners of Battle of the Bands, Billiards Dozen, to premiere their new song, Mud on the Carpet. Well, that was an amazing song. Cohen, what has been your biggest inspiration with the band?
Biggest inspiration of the band has just been seeing, how much we've all enjoyed it, really. Because when we first started, it was just, hey, let's get together, let's play a few covers, let's have some fun. And then from there, just seeing how we've grown and how people have really been interested in the music, it kind of pushed the band to take on a life of its own and get really serious about the music and what we're doing.
Absolutely. How did you guys get started?
So we all just kind of met at different times, and me and the lead guitarist, Tyler Haley, we were sitting there one day watching a band play, and we were like, hey, we could do that. It just so happened that 2 of my roommates both one played the piano, the other one played the bass, and then I knew Johan was a drummer, so after that we just kind of all got together and started playing.
What does it mean to you guys to get to play at Purple Rain?
It means everything to us, man, because Battle of the Bands was really the first time we kind of stepped away from just doing covers at parties and moving towards something that was a little more serious. And to see that we could do that and succeed and be able to earn a spot winning for Purple Rain, it really definitely motivated us for sure.
Absolutely. And later in April, you guys have a charity event at the Golden Pony. Can you tell me a little more about that?
Yes, ma'am. We're playing for the Cat's Cradle charity event. So we have a 30-minute set. We're up there with some great bands. So you should definitely come see it. And all the proceeds goes to the Cat's Cradle and other animal outreach.
Well, it sounds amazing, and can't wait to see you guys perform at Purple Rain.
Thank you. We can't wait.
The Filipino Americans at Madison organization is hosting a dance show full of cultural heritage this weekend. Breeze TV's Emmeline Chassie went behind the scenes to get the full experience.
This weekend marks the 8th annual Filipino Americans of Madison Culture Show. It will showcase Filipino heritage through dance and performance, something especially important to the club's members.
We are a cultural org, and our purpose is just to spread Filipino culture and the awareness of it in James Madison and also the surrounding community.
The show follows the journey of the oldest daughter fighting against her parents' wishes to pursue her love of dancing, a story many of the members can relate to.
Personally, I am also an eldest daughter, and I've had a lot of aspirations and a lot of differences with my parents about what I wanted to do and what they wanted me to do. So I think this is a great message and very personal to me.
The organization itself has created a family-like atmosphere for Filipino students, giving them the opportunity to grow in their passions.
Doing this show and being with the people I love being with since freshman year has been a great way of being able to live for myself.
The show will take place on Saturday, April 12th from 2 to 4 p.m. in the Wilson Hall Auditorium. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Emmeline Chassie.
A professor from UVA's creative writing program paid JMU a visit to teach Dukes some writing techniques and discuss their original works. Kiki Petrosino is a renowned poet and author who has published several books and poetry collections. She conducted a poetic craft workshop to foster creativity and held a quick reading of her 2022 memoir, Bright. This was followed by a conversation with JMU professor Greg Wren and a Q&A session with Duke's minoring in creative writing.
Something about the musicality of poetry and the way that you can make meaning not only with the words you're using, but with the sounds of those words.
To purchase her books or learn more about Kiki's journey, visit her website.
Well, if you're going to Purple Rain this weekend, you might want to bring a raincoat.
Well, hopefully it won't rain for the entire time of the event, but what's the weather looking like for the rest of the weekend?
Unfortunately, it's not looking great. It's shaping up to be a gloomy weekend, Dukes. Remember to bring an umbrella, as it'll be raining all day today. Temperatures will hover in the 40s, with Harrisonburg experiencing a high of 48. Those moderate temperatures will continue into Saturday, where we may or may not experience some rain. Who knows with Virginia weather? And watch out, it'll be a bit breezy, pun intended. Most areas will hover in the high 40s, but some places like Lexington will reach up to 58. Luckily, things will start to warm up when the sun comes out on Sunday. Temperatures rise to the low 60s. Overall, every day this weekend should feel about the same temperature-wise. Looking at these predictions, I'll be staying indoors. That's all I have for weather. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Ella. Well, we hope everyone has a great weekend and stays dry.
We'll see you all next week, same time, same place.